Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I just realized shit. Oh. I forgot to there it is. I didn't have my cursor showing last two episodes even, because I was recording something else and I had that turned off. I'm sorry about that. I just now realized as I looked over at OBS. I hope I didn't point to too many things with the cursor. It's helpful to be able to point at things, you know? Like this lady over here, who is now here, and we can talk to her. Which I think we're going to do.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds the mooring line around a post.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty.
This is stupid.
It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Ooh, have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Corda Lacey red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way
Cindy.
it is. White.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village. Slush melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
That might be. I don't know. Also, what a turn of phrase. It's pornographically poor. What a way to phrase it.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe
Right, she
will.
has a sword.
You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Oh dear. Politics time. Right to be scared. This is all your fault. We're in no danger. The working class have no idea what's it. That's a bit grim. How about this? Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the great sky.
Above you, there forms a quilt of alto-cumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly. It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks, and swords, tens, if not hundreds. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs now, fixing them. Old caches from the revolution.
Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy.
The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches, flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
Do you know how they discovered this place?
What do you mean, this fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isla.
Remind me, what is an Isla exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, I don't know how they discovered
Well,
it.
your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
I'm gonna say nothing, because I don't think either of those make me sound particularly intelligent.
It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Well, tell me now. We have the time.
Do we?
Doesn't look like he
I
does.
hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Huh.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit.
I don't know how long she'll be staying. It is Thursday, my dudes. Oh, I just noticed. Harrier Dubois, Lieutenant. What was the word they used? It wasn't 2 times Euphrator. Double Euphrator. Double? Perhaps? French-ish? I guess that's all for now. Autosave, huh? That's fun. I have a choice to make. I've already paid for my stay at the Whirling. On the other hand, the Whirling fucking sucks, and I might as well stay in this little shack. Because, well, there's also the option to continue the investigation now at night. I don't know if that's a good idea. Let me have a go at this ladder. I don't know if there's a time-sensitive aspect to the Ruby plotline. I feel like I'm doing pretty good as far as the time on the main sort of investigation is concerned. I believe it was savoir-faire I needed. So I'm gonna go through my clothes, because I can't remember anything. Looking for yellow. That's minus a savoir-faire. This is +1 to savoir-faire. Minus perception. We ought to change pounds. And that's gonna be about as good as it gets.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
No, that's not too bad. That's an even 58%. I believe that's a 7. I'm gonna teleport to the roof.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
Do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
I don't think I've heard this narration voice quite so excited
Okay,
before.
well, that's impressive, but
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim. I
I
teleported.
just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
I don't know, Kim. I felt like I teleported.
Wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Ooh. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Well, I don't know if I was actually expecting to make it up here, but here we are. Let me put on my glasses and my flare-cut trousers. I think those were the only things I changed out. I'm gonna grab a flashlight. I might actually even put my gun in my hand just in case.
Holding the gun feels
Oh, shit.
satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This gun, Sunrise Parabellum, will be the only thing standing between you and the all-consuming nothingness that threatens to eat the world. Sheathe it and wait, Herald. It won't be long now.
Herald. Okay, let's go inside. Kind of glass is covered in grime and dust. You can barely see out. I'm slightly worried. This area kind of worries me. It's a little scary. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. You can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture. Last century maybe? Brought down and forgotten so long ago. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Can I open this door? There's Kim.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
I'm gonna push the doors open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
You ready?
Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
That does seem like a good idea. Although it does also seem like a good idea to have my flashlight. Old file folders in the cart. Documents silvery with mold. Silvery with mold. Huh. So here's a thick dusty panes of glass. And a intersolary suit jacket with a +1 to suggestion. Dressed for the occasion. Muted bronze. Red rose at the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. Is there anything in these pockets? No reaction. Putting this back on. Beam of the flashlight, crevice in the wall. If I hadn't had the flashlight, would I not have been able to find that then? Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months or maybe years. Huh, revolutionaries had. Anushanka. Oh. With a Mazovian logo. A pair of white deer antlers on its silvery white front. Your ears feel cuddled and cared for by the state. Friendly neighborhood communard. Interesting. Is this connected to the apartment we found? Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed. Ancient flyers and brochures. Same slit window you saw from the outside. Is that it? These pots and plates are full of dust and spiderwebs.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spiderweb in the lower left corner of the portrait.
I'm gonna brush the dust off.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
It's Krasmasov. What a troublemaker he was.
Yes. Looks like some latter-day radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
I don't know what gave me... Was that a moralist choice? I think it was. What is honor? What's with all the... How long do you think?
Half a century. This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
What's with all these secret weapons caches and... Caches? I'm not sure. And secret bunkers?
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in random neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
I don't want to move in here. I don't like it here. Could it be connected to the massive bus we found in the... I was wondering that too.
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced.
Fair.
They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
Yes, they do. Could someone have stopped through here recently?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
I see. 65. Still a bit worried that we'll run into something or someone. There's something in the air and a natural buzzing. The tunnel collapsed, you'll have to find another way around. Part of me wishes I could see like the collision, what is and isn't a solid... Oh, footprints. No comment. Okay. It's getting louder, louder, the buzzing sound.
swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
Pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
You really don't feel anything?
But you are the sensitive one.
I suppose I am. Feels strange. Concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. Some money. Some more money. Hopefully I won't have to pay for the whirling room anymore.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
The shadowy figure by the machine. What the fuck is happening?
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
I guess I'll try and cover my ears. Is this the machine?
No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm
Okay,
using a pale
but why?
latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
Pale latitude. Interesting. Was it counting in French?
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners do.
I guess I'll listen to his Esprit de Corps and look back at Kim.
Right behind you, officer.
Eyes closed, the lieutenant is doubled over. He's still alive and breathing.
A pale
Good.
latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale. Literally crunch the distance across it.
Pale.
Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
What the fuck is happening with this story? I know the pale was like a thing. I don't know if I expected something like this.
At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
Huh. 1, 3, 6. So these are prime numbers, I guess? I'm not gonna check.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break you loose.
Alright. What's this goddamn pale anyway?
Pale? It's the end of the world.
Isn't the whole thing with the innocence, the whole after death? What the fuck was it? was like something about a new world through the pale or something. Shit, I can't remember. I hate my memory, it's so bad. How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Hello? Finish? Huh. Is this Palunera? That's not Finnish, is it? Finnish doesn't have the umlaut on the U. I don't think. Turkish? Do they have? I wanna know what this means, but I think that might be a bit spoiler if I look it up. Will it? I'm gonna leave that be and not look anything up right now. Maybe I'll remember to do it later. Probably not. This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not the cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Okay, thanks, Rhetoric. I'm not sure how that helps, but sure. Please, could you turn it down so I can ask you
If
something?
you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Trying to listen. There was... all the numbers we've been seeing. Sorry, I'm listening. I don't recognize that song. I don't know if it's a real song. Probably not. All these numbers look like they could be prime numbers. There are, at the very least, I think every number we've seen has been, yeah, ending on a odd digit, which is kind of a prerequisite, unless you're 2, to be a prime.
Turn this.
Lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
That's good.
Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
Keep talking and nobody explodes.
There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe.
That seems a little dangerous.
Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
Let's just hit her with a big question. Did you shoot Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
She didn't do it. Would she lie in this instance?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Did she say Titus rather than Titus? So I can't try and hide. Claudia was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
And all these are basically admitting to it. Let's just be straight. Titus told me took some convincing.
Fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
If this is what happens to people...
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
Wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal, I opened them up.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
A little. That's good. Didn't reveal anything more about why she seems to know who I am. Which... I do it by asking questions. I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
I don't know. Our investigation, Wins from the Pain, has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
There's a secret way from the first floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it. But also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
We didn't know that. And we are investigating other potential places.
Well, you've got to lay something better on her.
You liked Claudia a lot. Let's hit her with that.
I considered her a good friend, yeah.
But you wanted to be more than just friends.
Oh, so that's where you were going with this.
She said you wanted to run away with her.
That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts who didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
Claudia only said they maybe kissed. Someone is lying here.
Claudia said you only... I'll hit her with that.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later.
That's
Seriously, just
fine.
move on.
Let's leave it at that. Then what
She
happened?
rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me, and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leaving me on. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
No ill will then. It wasn't a problem for her.
Claudia said you got very... Is Claudia full of shit? Has she been lying super hard to us? Is that it? Claudia said you got very angry with her when she started seeing Lily. Threaten her.
Yeah. One time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy.
By the way, DeLorean tragedies are still held in high regard for innovation in language and motifs. They are also known for overwrought emotions leading to catastrophic outcomes.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. And despite everything, you helped her by staging the lynching?
Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer.
I don't think I need to hit her with this, because she said she didn't know about the path through the pinball shop. There are other things I ask about.
Go ahead. It's your body.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
Would you say that Lily was a likable
I
person?
didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
There's nothing more personal that you had against him? Perhaps his way with women?
You think I was envious of his conquest?
No.
Look, pussy's not a problem for me, and definitely not a reason to off someone.
See her confident gaze, her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much trouble in the intimacy department.
Thank you, Electrochemistry, for your input. Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I don't think she's perjuring herself. She didn't hate it.
Perjuring. Sorry, I gotta look up that word. What's perjuring mean? Perjuring. Perjure. Willfully tell an untruth or make a misrepresentation under oath, committing... Oh, perjuring, of course. Okay, I have other questions.
I'm listening.
You have a gun.
And?
I can't quite tell what kind of gun it is.
A Noctway AD front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
It's not.
That isn't it.
There's other evidence I want to ask about.
Yeah, evidence.
That's not gonna help. Let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Says suggestions. Who killed the merc if it wasn't
How
you?
should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Clausia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your
She
version.
eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
This woman has seen people OD. Glacia wasn't quite there yet, so why worry?
Claudia said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
Claudia said you seemed to have a plan prepared when you got there.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Oh fuck, was it?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself.
Oh
once
shit,
she
who
got
is
up.
lying?
It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck. To fake lividity.
That
Then
was
she
her idea.
dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
She said that was you.
Glacia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise. She lied to you about that, too.
Shit. That's bad that she'd be so calm.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lily herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried the lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
Hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Right, sorry.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isabel, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find to my back.
Preparing for the
I
worst?
was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. It was dark in the shack.
An emergency
Waves
exit.
outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out.
Oh shit. If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
La puta madre, agent. What do you mean?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Him, his, who?
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploding.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
I mean, I know my real name, right? Let's hit this because logic said it, I guess. I could say this, but I don't know for sure that I'm not an agent because I don't remember. What's my name?
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the
Oh.
disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time.
Could have
All
been.
of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
I'm no one's agent. I don't even know who La Puta Madre is.
Right. Sure. You don't know.
I'm sure I'm supposed to know, but I lost all my memory.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
Himself. Strange name for a man to be using. What did you do to this madre anyway?
You know what I did. I fucked him over. And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into this town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you.
Oh shit.
What happened to them anyway?
Who was in this squad?
It wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
What the hell? Who are these people she's talking about?
That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Literally. Satellite Officer Vic Blair looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minnow. We could either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today.
Vic Mayer. Wasn't he on the radio?
Let's go home, John. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
Is Vic Mayer... Are they the people who came to the whirling? I think I know them. They're in Martinez.
Friction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here. Please leave.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Your voice trails off into white noise in your head. It feels like an aneurysm is approaching. Okay, nothing has helped this pain threshold test. Fuck it, I'm gonna roll it. Oh my god! That was green. She gonna fucking shoot me? Or maybe Kim? That would be really bad. I wouldn't like that very much.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
I'm gonna whisper and ask if Kim is okay.
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
No, 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 no! What are you doing?
Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes it is.
Oh my god. 42? Please put the gun down.
She's
Oh my god, I'm the best!
She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options.
What options?
You know.
Maybe I can still talk her out of it.
This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives.
I don't want her to kill herself. I'm gonna put my hands up. Just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her.
I'm holding my hands up in real life. I'm gonna reach down and push spacebar.
Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated.
I don't think she did it. I don't think she did it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
Oh, that was very stressful. I think I gotta round it off here, regardless. Oh boy. Boy howdy, this was very stressful. It's midnight. I'm gonna save. I will see you next time.